देखा अब क्या देखेंगे, डायनेमिक शो एंड हाइड द फील्ड ऑन द फ्लो screen in Salesforce. Dynamic show or hide field on the flow screen in Salesforce. So I know what is the flow screen. Inside of the flow there is a screen flow is a one thing, and in screen flow mostly used for the data input. So there is a multiple field. For example, this is for the first name, and then this is for first name, and this is for the second name. So field hide and show and hide means that hide the second name, surname or second name when the user enter his first name, then enable the second name, otherwise not enabling the second name, kind of that things. Let's give the example: dynamic field visibility based on the another field visibility. When we are looking about the any field section or any component section, there is a thing is that the field visibility, field visibility, through which we can hide this all the things. So what are the requirements? There are the two fields, one is the city and second one is the state. When the user enter in city, that the Mumbai, then only the user can able to see the state, otherwise it's not able to see the state. If city is equal to the Mumbai, then the user can be see the state, otherwise no, not can they, otherwise they have no permission to see the state. So state field is visible only when the city is Mumbai, in first is capital and then totally small, otherwise is totally small, totally capital letter. So state field is what are these things are is state field. Here the state field is the conditional field. It depend on the value of the city field. I can understand that there is a two field, one is city and state field is totally depend on the city field. If the value of the city field is Mumbai, then the state field can be there. How to perform that? Go to the setup and then jump to the flows and select new flows, and inside the flows select screen flow. When you select the screen flow, they ask the labeling of the screen flow. So I want to know tell you that the one thing I have noticed that the when you run the flow, then there is a one text is visible here and visible here. This it is a that text in which name you have the save the flow. See, its name of the flow, not the name of, not the screen component, screen label name will be visible. It's not screen name, it's a flow label name which you have put it during the saving the flow. So first of all, label, that label as a dynamic form creation. Dynamic form creation in API name already fetches. The two things is done, label and the API name is already featured. Then description is nothing is put it, and configure header for the handling the header part of the things, and configure footer for the handling the footer of the things. I understand. Initially what we had required that the first from the component we select test and drag and drop here. From the component I drag and drop here, in which that the city is right down here, city, and the API name is already fetches. It's required, you cannot skip the city without writing, so it's required. So if you want to there is a field, there is a value, a default value. If you want to put any default value in this city field, you can write down here, or otherwise maybe leave it blank. Or second option is a set component visibility. This is a no changes, is it's always be visible. That's why why it's make no changes. But we have to change the set component visibility for the state field. Then again select the test field and drop down it, and it's field the label as the state. API is state, it's not required, because if someone has put it the another name in that, that's why I put it not required. Do you want to give any default value? No. Set component visibility, yeah, I have to set the component visibility. So select all condition are met. Then here you can go to the screen, and inside of the screen there is a one field is that the city, and select that city, and it's equal to Mumbai. And then put on the done, and put here done, city equal to Mumbai. Then it's put, then save, equal, then this field will be visible, otherwise not. Then save, and dynamic flow example with name of dynamic flow example, and run without activating its node. It is a case sensitive, whatever we put it here, it's case sensitive. You cannot add the multiple condition. You can add multiple condition here. For example, if someone has put it, then after then if you want to put any another condition, for example, if all condition are met, here look here, if all condition, that's like all first is capital and the other all are small letter, then it's acceptable. And second condition is also city equal to Mumbai, then this field is acceptable. And so save it and run this. It's running properly fine. So this is the hiding the field or showing the field on depend on the another field value. This is the kind of that thing. I want to tell you that the one things what I have done after implementing it, I have created the one screen flow in which they take the input number is n, and n is any number, and then two display component, the even number or the odd number. My idea is that when I will be enter the value in the it's 1, it should be display the odd, otherwise it should be display the even. If any even number will enter, it's display only even, and hide this. I tried to do these things by the creating of the formula field. In formula field, what they say, tell taking the inputs, taking the value from it, and doing the modulo of the value from received from it, and with the 2, if it's equal to 0, then it's even, otherwise it's odd. I have decided to do these things, but what are the issue of the dynamic screen flow is that they are not calculate the dynamic while dynamically value entered. That means formula does not calculate the value only while entering the value. Formula does not calculate the value while entering the value. That's why I use the decision, and inside of the decision, if the created if its value is divisible equal to 0, then it should be the screen is even, and otherwise show the odd. It's working fine, but the value of formula is calculated after the finish or after the submit. That's that thing I want to tell you. That this is all about the hiding the field and showing the field while entering the value. I want to show. This is the notes.